Good morning and good evening to everyone out there. This is Beantown Shakedown. How are we all doing out there today? Nick Vidakevich and Mike Davies here with you. James is not here this week, but this will make it more interesting because Nick and I all week have been arguing a ton about pretty much any sports news that has come out there. It's been Bruins, Red Sox, Patriots. No matter what it is, it's been a lot of fighting, and it's been for really good conversation. And every time we talk, we say, you know what, just save it for Beantown Shakedown. Just save it. So
it's been a big week. I mean, the Bruins opened. We talked last week on the show about the banner raising and all the dramatics. And look at where we are now. We're back to the old ways of the Bruins. We're 3-1. We're 1-3 right now.
The old way.
Old way.
What's the old way?
The non-ethical, non-work ethic, lackadaisical way of what this Bruins team really is.
Well, I really honestly don't see anything wrong with this team. Well, and by that I mean for right now. You're going to expect that they're going to have a cup hangover. Are you not?
You can't expect a cup hangover when you want to become the best team in this league. And this is one of the toughest leagues to repeat in. I've said that day after day.
And a lot of people are going to say, oh, they're going to be tired because of their legs and everything, and it's going to be a rough year for them just because of how many games they had to play. They had to play, how many was it? 21 and... 20, sorry, exact number. 25 playoff games. Mm-hmm. That has to be a record, if not one of the higher ones. If you play 3 Game 7s, I mean, they had that sweep in between with the Flyers. But do you think the team's tired? Honestly, I see this team, and it's just a team that's not executing plays right. And
I feel like it's the coaching all over again. And this goes back to Claude Julien. I feel like he is not the right coach for this team. And you know what? If he lost in that second round, or even, if he lost to Tampa Bay, there would be questions about him leaving the Boston Bruins.
No, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't think he is a very good coach, but his method, his defensive style is not getting across to this team, and it's clear. Or maybe it is because they're not scoring goals. And you know what? If they're not scoring goals and listening to coach and sitting back on their skates, then something's got to change. And I know it's early in the season, and this is a small sample to go by. Let's play it out for a month. Let's see where we're at Thanksgiving.
Okay, 4 games in, how do you feel Tim Thomas is doing?
Tim's doing good. I mean, I don't expect him to be Superman like he was last year. He's going to have a little lag. I also liked what I saw out of Tuukka Rask the other night. I expect him to step his game up a lot this year, and I expect him to be given the opportunity to step his game up. Last year, Tim Thomas went off right around Thanksgiving. He had... it was just a streak of game after game where he's making these unbelievable plays. And if it was not for Tim Thomas, this team would not make it in the playoffs, and they would not have won the Stanley Cup.
Well, there's a reason that Rask played 0 total minutes in the playoffs.
And it's Tim Thomas. I mean, we're not the Philadelphia Flyers who go through a goalie cycle in the playoffs year after year.
I can't believe that.
But regardless, I think he's been playing well. Another guy that's been playing well, Tyler Seguin. Did you expect this out of him?
Honestly, I thought he was all hype, and like we said before, all the Gold Hatters would love to see him play. But with the way he performed against the Hurricanes yesterday or a few days ago, did a really great job. I feel like he is the person, you drafted him for the reason you need someone to bring the puck into the zone instead of just dumping it in the corner, which is what the Bruins have been doing for years now. And in my opinion, I just honestly hate. You just need to have someone that can weave through guys and can bring the puck in. And he's doing a really good job of that so far. And the goal he scored against Ward was extremely impressive.
He's using his speed.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. He's using his speed, and he's not afraid to get hit. He's not afraid to go into the tough corners, and he's executing his plays. This guy does not belong on a third line, and I expect things to happen. And you know what? After this year, if he steps his game up potentially, David Krejci, your job might be in jeopardy because you're a free agent next year, and if Tyler Seguin's around and can do the job you're doing, you might free up some cap space that way, but that's a long time away. I think he's performing well, along with Brad Marchand. This guy and Patrice Bergeron are a 1-2 punch who just, the combination is there. You put anyone with Patrice Bergeron, they're going to be a good player, but I thought he had a fluke last year, and from what I'm seeing now, he's just picking up where he left off. He's that gritty player that he is really what a Bruin is.
Absolutely.
He represents what a Bruin is. And honestly, if let's be honest, if he was not on this team, if he was not a Boston Bruin, we would all hate him.
Oh, no question about it. You see how scrappy he is? And every single time there's a fight, you expect number 63 to be in there, Brad Marchand. Every single time.
He would be the, maybe to a lesser extent, because he has more skill than these guys, but the Sean Averys, the Matt Cooks of the league. Because he is scrappy. He's not a fighter, but he knows his role. He knows how to go against the first line. You saw it last year when he played the Sedin twins, when he was hitting them in the face and then looked away like, what am I doing? And he would take his stick just right in the groin area, just before the face-off, just to get under their skin. That's what it takes to get into the head. And, it's guys like that helped win the Stanley Cup last year.
Absolutely. So let's switch it up right now. I want to know what your top 3 Bruins players are as of right now.
As of right now, it's going to have to be the 2 I mentioned. Not David Krejci. David Krejci is day-to-day right now. It's going to have to be Tyler Seguin, Brad Marchand, and, I'll throw maybe Thomas in there because I feel like he's played well, but he hasn't excelled. Patrice Bergeron is up there. Zdeno Chara, Dennis Seidenberg. These guys can all rotate into that 3 spot.
Well, do you have a particular order? Who do you think is the most important Bruin right now?
The most important Bruin right now is going to have to be Tyler Seguin, especially.
You really think that? I before you choke to death, I disagree with you just because I see him as a flash player right now. And don't get me wrong, he had a great goal, like I said before. But when you are looking at this Bruins team, this team's not about flash, and that's not how they won the Stanley Cup. You're looking at defense, you're looking at goalie, and you're looking at an occasional offensive spark.
You're talking flashy in the style of play he plays?
Yes.
What have I been saying all along? We need that flash on this team. We need that player that can score goals, make them look pretty, and get the job done. It's not all about scooping them up in front of the net. Someone's going to have to deliver. Someone's going to have to get a breakaway, and this guy's it. He is going to be a big player on this team this year.
You know what's sad? My definition of flashy right now is a person who can skate with the puck. Like, that's like literally what it is. Like, it's like there's no other question about it.